today I'm going to start a new segment, I guess, and it's going to be Ask Sage, and that's when people write in or people ask me questions and whatnot, and I answer them on video. So I'm not going to say people's names. I'm going to let them be anonymous unless they want some YouTube fame or what have you. But I'm going to read a little bit of the email, and then I'm going to attempt to answer the question the best that I can. And now, if I don't answer your question the way, and then maybe I trail off or I miss the point, all you got to do is send me a message, and then I'll respond to my own message. Okay. So this YouTuber writes, I am a full-time homeschool mom of 4. My husband, their dad, is also full-time hands-on dad. I love your videos. My oldest subscribes to your channel, and she is the one who introduced me to your videos. Everything you said in this video is exactly our philosophy as well, and this is about kids should not respect their parents. However, as our girls are getting older and addicted to technology, things are becoming increasingly difficult, and they're finding absolutely no value in anything coming from either of us, mom and dad. With the exception of dad occasionally, because he is more interesting and the nice one. He's a good cop, I'm a bad cop, and even though we both share both roles, good and bad cop, well, bottom line is what would your opinion be on how to get your children to see value in you and what you are trying to teach them versus some of the garbage and ridiculous influences that they see on YouTube videos and online and that they see so much value in. I'm talking about silly or offensive things that are clearly bad influences. I don't want to mention exactly what types of things, so I'll just say stuff that clearly is not age appropriate, that no matter how hard we try to block, they access anyhow. Your thoughts? I got through that, only with a few stumbles. Okay, and I'm an INTP, so, that's a great thing. Okay. So, I guess, and thank you for sending the message. It was outstanding. It really made my day to hear that my YouTube videos are having a positive effect on people out there. What I'm hearing is you want your children to find value in you and your husband, and that be a higher value than other areas that they're looking at in society. Okay, so be it, I'm guessing, music, videos, maybe relationships, it could be food choices, could be anything. And I get it. I get it. Obviously, I'm a dad. But what you have to think about is once kids get to the point where they're thinking about, life and it extends beyond the home and that parents are no longer the heroes, they start to formulate value for themselves. And it's natural. It's natural to do that. I mean, curiosity is out there. And you don't want to squash that curiosity. Now, you talk about good and bad influences. So what are we talking about here? Are we talking about drugs? We're talking about musical choices, cursing, things of that nature. I would say, and what I attempt to do, is stand back and look and see how useful what it is that they find influence is going to be on their life. So if they are listening to certain music because they want to be popular, because oftentimes, when we think about bad choices, it comes down to popularity. And so if they're listening to some music and everything that you think is inappropriate, but it's cool to everybody else, that's their age, then they're going to want to do that because they want to be popular. They want to feel like they're in. And again, yesterday when I made the video about marketing, kids want people to buy into them. So they're going to do things that they think is going to help them be able to get people to buy. they're selling a product. They're selling themselves. So that's another reason why they do that. So what you need to do, you shouldn't be afraid of your kid exploring. You know, you should not be afraid of that. What you should be doing is explaining what it is they're doing and why it is that they're doing it. Like, why are you doing that? Are you doing this because you want to be popular? Are you doing this, say if it's alcohol and they're engaged in drinking and whatnot, you know, there's two reasons, typical reasons why people will engage in drinking alcohol. First of all, alcohol in and of itself, when you first drink it, it's disgusting. You don't want to do it, but odds are people around you are doing it and you're drinking and you want to feel like you're a part of the in crowd, so you drink. So you drink the stuff and it tastes disgusting. They say, oh, here, have this drink. You drink it and the first look on your face and they know, okay, this is this person's first drink. They never drank before. But we all know. I mean, let's take it back. Alcohol is disgusting, but we do it anyway. And eventually you develop a taste for it. Just like anything else. You could grow up not really liking rhubarb pie, but you become an adult, and then you develop a taste for rhubarb and enjoy that. Same thing could be for music. Let's go back to alcohol. Okay, so you go and you drink alcohol. You want to drink alcohol because you want to be part of the in crowd, or you want to escape. Find out if your children are just trying to escape. Maybe they're trying to escape. I don't know. So you should break it down from that standpoint. Once you get to a certain age, once a kid gets to a certain age and everything, it does not matter. I can't say it does not matter. It matters what you think, but it really doesn't matter what you think. And you have to help them be able to make decisions themselves. It's got to come from inside. So no matter what you do, whatever you say, they're going to pick other things. Whatever they think is important and is going to drive their, quote, business, they're going to see as something that's valuable to them. So if it's valuable to learn how to dance, and you don't like dancing, they're going to still learn how to dance because that helps them do what they're trying to do, which is get girls, get guys, become popular, be part of the in crowd, overcome shyness, whatever. If they start drinking or what have you, it's because of the two things that I talked to you about before. If they're looking at questionable stuff on TV, you find questionable, it's because they're curious. Sexuality is a natural part of humanity. And, I won't get into religion, but sexuality is a natural part of being human. So if they're interested in what a male genitalia looks like, that's natural. When I was 9 years old, I remember my mom telling me, my mom's a nurse, and she telling me and my sister, we're talking about sex and the sexual body parts and all that kind of stuff at a young age. We're calling it by its actual name, and it's not a big deal. So I don't know where it is, and I'm in like 9 minutes, but give me a few minutes because I had to read an email. The takeaway here is, in order to establish value with your children or establish value with anyone, you have to provide a service that they need so that they can do something they want to do. Okay? So if you want to establish value in your children, find out what it is that they want out of their life, what they need out of their life, and become an expert in that. You become the expert, then they will come to you. They will also come to you. It's like, think of your husband as ABC or CBS and you're NBC or Fox or whatever. And so sometimes you're going to go to a channel, go to CBS, and you're going to watch Persons of Interest and everything. And then on some other times you're going to go to NBC and you're going to watch Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, you know. Sometimes you're going to go to either one of those channels depending on what it is that you want, you know. And that's really what it comes down to. You got to get away from thinking, okay, I'm the parent and I'm the superhero, and you know the kids are going to come to me and they're going to think that I'm the most valuable thing in the world. Sorry, it's not that way. It's not that way. And if you were expecting that, sorry to break it to you, but you know, human beings are not built that way. You know, they're not built that way. And especially as teenagers, when they're first learning to express themselves, they're not going to be that way. So I've gone on a little long. I hope I've answered your question, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. And thanks again for the email.